Hey guys, I hope you're all having an awesome day. So I'm going to do a new moon check-in. Happy April 1st. Also, what the fuck, 'cause I have not played any pranks on anybody all day, but I guess I didn't lose my touch. We're just throwing people for a loop this year for some reason. But I just wanted to do kind of like a check-in. There's been so many shifts, so many transitions. There's almost like shifts all day, like every day. It feels like the last 2 months has been really just like every single day. That we're growing and we're healing and we're changing at like such a rapid rate. And Spirit's saying that's because your manifestation's coming. Like we've been telling you guys this, like your manifestation's coming. A lot of people are releasing feelings of disappointment and anything kind of from the past that's kind of tied to your manifestation or your desire or what it is that you want. Anything that you didn't come forward before, or that you sabotaged, or that you felt like was supposed to come and you felt disappointed, all those things, like you're learning what they are, you're understanding them better. Big thing with trusting, acceptance, surrendering, trusting the process. A big one for people is trusting your intuition. And these are some of the messages I've been posting like on the page, like on Facebook and Instagram. One of the big ones from Spirit that came up was like they gave a lot of people information. They gave a lot of people like intuitive messages or spirit messages or things like that. Hi, Seiji. She just came out of nowhere. Hi, baby. You be good, girl? Yeah, they gave them these messages and then they kind of put you back in the void. They kind of put you in like the test, and it's like all of these areas where you're insecure, you're scared, you're sabotaged, you're disappointed, like all the stuff I kind of just said, all of those areas are kind of being triggered right now. And it's like, are you going to trust your intuition? Are you going to continue to move forward? Or are you going to go backwards and you're going to go into inner child and be scared? And the thing is, like, everybody is afraid. Everybody has fears. We're all scared of shit. Like, I'm scared of shit. I try to express that. Apparently, people don't necessarily see that as fear because I'll move forward with it, but it's because I know that it's something I want. Like if I want something, like I'll go for it even if I'm scared. But that's not always the case. Like sometimes like the fear kind of gets in the way, and I think more so I just trust Spirit's guidance and I kind of surrender to that because I know that they have my best interest at heart, and I've grown to like really trust the process even if I don't understand it. So it's not that I don't have fears or things like that. I definitely do. We all really do, if we're going to be honest. We all really have those things that try to hold us back. And a lot of things, and Spirit's telling me this right now, is we'll throw walls up and we'll tell ourselves, subconsciously, like, no, we don't want this. No, we don't like this. And we'll literally look for every single type of problem, whether it's time, money, a person's, looks, whatever it is. Like we'll try to find something that is wrong just so we can actually keep at arm's length and a distance, because then if we actually have to put our walls down, we actually have to be vulnerable, we actually allow it in, that means we can be hurt. That means something that we truly want, we truly desire could go away, and that's scary, especially with our past experiences. But like the past is not repeating itself. Like some of you are in past energy right now, and it's to show you it's not the same. You're not the same person. You've grown, you've healed, you've changed. And Spirit's also saying it's learning how to like trust yourself, learning how to trust the decisions you're making and know that you're making the choices that are best for you, even if they're ones that maybe, hold you back a little bit longer, or that you need to kind of help you feel a little bit safer or things like that. Like trust that you're making the choices that are best for you. Sometimes you need a little extra push, you need a little extra time, you need a little extra whatever, and that's okay. Is honoring that part of yourself too, that like sometimes you just need, little more time, and to be patient with that part of yourself and give that self-love. Another thing too, and I posted this yesterday, is when you have feelings and emotions and thoughts come up, stop trying to change them. Sometimes our thoughts make us uncomfortable. It's not what we feel in the current energy, or it's just not things that we like to think of. Intrusive thoughts, it's just not like things we like to think of. It's not always, true and valid. It's not always our own belief system and reality. But sometimes those thoughts are just old. Ooh, hold on. Getting dizzy again. Sometimes, Sage, are you serious right now? Sometimes those thoughts and those things coming up are old energy, or things people have said to you, or things you've heard, or things you felt about yourself, and they kind of come to you in a roundabout way. It's to actually, hold on, I'm going to put her away. Nope, come here. Don't you run. Come here. Be a good girl. Come here. No, come here. You're already tearing boxes up. So basically, yeah, like that stuff is coming up to help you with like releasing it, like releasing fears, releasing like old conditioning, stuff like that. That's another thing that's been coming up is conditioning, releasing all of that, trusting the signs, trusting the messages. Like spirit is always guiding you. You know, you don't have to believe that for it to be true. Like spirit is always guiding your ass, whether you know it or not. So I'm going to do just like kind of a check in, like what spirit wants us to know now. And I have like a few other decks, and I'm going to do that for this one, and then we're gonna do like what's coming after the new moon, and then we're gonna do like a masculine feminine one like this. Okay, so we got conditioning. So I had that face because I've been talking about this for days. We got conditioning, isolation, the miser, slowing down, silence, consciousness, and these all kind of go together. We have on the bottom receptivity, the outsider. Ooh, damn, that card just flew. And right under that we have completion with success, I think it was. So this is like opening yourself up. I get more than one message with this. This is opening yourself to receive. This is also like energy coming in, like they're saying, like crystal energy, crystalline energy coming in to clear and stuff like that, which is why you might be having the physical or emotional symptoms and stuff like that. But this is also helping you blossom, like coming out of like the dirt, essentially, you know, like metaphorically, like all this shit and all this heaviness and all this stuff to actually lighten yourself and free yourself from all these things that have been holding you back. But it's also to trust too, like to receive the messages from spirit and actually trust them. So we got the outsider and completion. A lot of you guys feel like you really are just kind of like living outside your body is what it feels like. It feels like it's like, what's kind of going on? Like, I don't understand. Like, I don't have anything. I think I have like shit in my hair. Hold on. Yeah, I don't know what the hell that was. But yeah, it's like you feel like you're outside like your body or something. You feel like not totally yourself. Some of you kind of feel like in the void energy. Definitely a lot of inner child stuff's coming up. So you might definitely be feeling like different than normal. But some of this is like self-imposed stuff. Some of this is things that it's intentionally happening, especially spirit saying for the people who are in the void, it's intentionally happening because they're keeping you in the dark about things that you don't need to know about for you to trust. But you're getting the puzzle pieces. Like you've been getting the puzzle pieces, and like this cycle is going to come to completion. Like the cycle is going to end. Like trust the process. Like that's part of surrendering, is trusting the process. So this definitely feels like current to like the past few days. Is a lot of you guys are starting to understand your conditioning, things that have held you back. Like when I say your conditioning is like things that you were taught mean certain things that are not necessarily the reality. So we're taught like, this is what love looks like. This is what a job should look like. This is what, you know, a friendship should look like. This is what you should look like. This is what a body should look like all these things, what it should be. And it's like, no, because everybody's reality is different. Everything's different for every person. Like it's not just very black and white. Like, and so a lot of you guys are seeing the areas where you grew up and you had these specific, like toxic belief systems, even the thought processes and things like within yourself. You're learning how to let go of these things. You're learning how to let go of things people said to you too that have kind of held you back and like made you feel like you couldn't be who you are, like things that you kind of hid from the world and stuff like that. And it feels like a lot of you guys are learning how to release control, but let your guard down and put your wall down and start sharing with others, like being more vulnerable. Spirit's saying like, they're saying that's like a message for some of you guys, like learning to be more vulnerable, like true vulnerability, you know. I know, like I've said this to certain people where it's like, oh, I'll tell you like straight up how I feel and stuff. And so, you know, to me, that was my idea of vulnerability. But then where I have a struggle is asking people for validation. Like if I'm feeling like uncomfortable or insecure, asking like somebody for validation, or like telling them sometimes when I'm really upset, like my, not like angry, but like when my feelings are hurt about certain things, or like when I'm feeling insecure about certain things and things like that. And when it's something like really important to me, I sometimes struggle with sharing that. So I know for me personally, I've been trying to open up more and do that more. And even the post I did yesterday, where I was saying like the trust, surrender, acceptance, like kind of what I typed in the caption and stuff like that. Like that to me was very vulnerable. It was something that was hard for me to actually type. I actually felt very uncomfortable posting it. And I just breathed through it because I knew I needed to say it and somebody needed to hear it. So it was a little bit personal to me. And a lot of times I don't like to share personal shit because, like truly personal stuff, because, you know, in the past I've had people who hold it against you or they judge you or things like that. So a lot of us are learning to like kind of come out of that shell and kind of come out of that energy and heal it and be more open and be more vulnerable, but making sure we're doing it like on the right platforms or with the right people, rather than the past, like where we sabotage and we tell people we knew we shouldn't tell. We're like, why did we tell that person after we told them? So things like that. With the slowing down silence and consciousness, first off, I fucking love this because there's definitely something coming at the end of the month with this full moon. We got 2 full moons, but also look at the placement. We got a masculine and a feminine right over the third eye, like right next to each other. And with the card in front of that, we got slowing down. This definitely feels like a message from spirit for some of you guys to slow down. Like they're saying slow down like your thoughts, slow down your mind, things like that. Like all your worries and fears are a waste of fucking energy. Like everything's gonna unfold. You don't need to understand it. This feels like a big conscious, like collective thing. This is not just like this, like what I'm getting from spirit. This is like at a collective level. And we're learning as a collective to slow down, to be okay with not doing as much as we're used to, and like not having to do all this extra chores and do all this extra work and all this shit. We're learning to slow down and actually relax and enjoy it, and releasing the conditioning and guilt with it. But it also, what I'm getting from spirit is slowing your mind down, like calming the thoughts down, because it feels like a lot of people are like, how is this going to happen? Like, there's no way for me to be able to fathom how this is going to specifically happen. Like, there's all these obstacles and roadblocks and challenges and things in the way. And spirit's like, when it all unfolds, it's not going to be easy, but all of that's going to be open for you. You'll get the messages you'll need. You'll get all the signs you need. You'll get the guidance you need. Like, trust me, you'll get all of that. So what they want you to do is just go within and trust yourself, trust your intuition, and do what is it that you actually want in your life, and go toward that and stop running away from it. And trusting it is the big message I'm getting. Trust, 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 trust. Trust, trust, trust. Trust, trust, trust. All right. This one we're going to do, hold on. I have a lot of energy shifts again to make too. This one we're going to do what's coming for us after the new moon. So this doesn't mean directly after the new moon. This is kind of like usually what we're working on, and what's, I don't know if that was going to come out. It kind of popped, so we'll see. I'll reshuffle and see if it comes out or not. Like what's coming for us after the new moon. So usually that's within the next few weeks to a few months. That card fell out. This card came out the other day. The exact card came out the other day in the reading. Damn. Hi, baby. Oh my God, I love that king. Wow, that's it? Whew, damn. Okay, that is some energy. We got 2 of Gabriel and 9 of Ariel. Same messages that came out. Dude, it's the same messages with the same fucking rainbows. Oh my God, I'm going to show you the cards. But you saw I actually shuffled them, and then, yeah, okay. For some of you, this is working together. It's almost the same message. Collaboration is what I'm getting with the 2 of Gabriel. Collaboration. Same message. Some of you, this might be an earth sign, or you are an earth sign. Some of you, this is coming together and working together with somebody, and I'm hearing the word teamwork. And this is coming in really fast in an unexpected way, like you don't know. And that card is literally underneath the unexpected way one. It's something that's going to be really fulfilling and really rewarding for you as it comes in. So we got 7 of Ariel, which also came out. This one did not come out last time. 10 of Raphael and 6 of Raphael. This feels like a balance again in masculine and feminine energy. This definitely feels like spring is here, baby. And like the flowers that the seeds you've been planting, like the flowers are blossoming. It definitely feels like some of your old spirit messages are coming back up. So things that spirit kind of had planted the seed on a while ago, but just was not the right time. Like some of that, what the hell is that? Some of that's like coming up right now. Some of you are having like new seeds that are being planted, but like some of you, it's like, some of the old stuff's coming back up, like that you were excited about before, but wasn't the right time, where you're going to start like doing this. It feels like definitely like a creative endeavor. It's almost like the next step in your path is more so what it feels like. So if you're not in that energy now, it's coming after the new moon. We got 10 of Raphael and 6 of Raphael. I love this. Like, come on, with the rainbows. But it's like, oh my God. Love and blessings fill your life. Harmonious relationships with family members, happily ever after. And what I'm getting from spirit is this is happily ever after. Like, for a lot of you, this is the dream come true. Like that big manifestation that you've been wanting, that we've been talking about. And for some of you, it's definitely coming in the next few months. Like it is coming before the fucking year is over. It's definitely coming. And I love this one because we got 6 of Raphael. Embrace your inner child, new friends, or rekindle relationships. Children or childhood. A lot of this feels like rekindle relationships, and some of it feels like just like a rebirth in your relationship. So some of you, it's coming back together with somebody, rekindling like a flame you previously had or something like that. For healthy relationships, nothing that, is like abusive or narcissistic or toxic, nothing like that. Maybe there is just like a distance or separation, like two souls needed to kind of separate and learn their lessons in different ways, and they're going to come back together. Definitely feels like some soulmate energy right there. And it definitely feels like those type of soulmates have this very fun energy, this very like childlike, vibrant energy. They just like vibe together and they just like laugh and have a good ass time. For some of you who are in relationships, your relationships feel like maybe they're more serious right now. This more so feels like some married couples or like long-term relationships. Like your relationships feel kind of serious right now. And if it's not a relationship that's going to end, that's like an unhealthy relationship, it's a relationship that's a lasting one, that's like a good soulmate relationship, you're going to have like a rebirth in your relationship. And their spirit's saying, go do something fun, go do something spontaneous, go do something that is going to kind of like light the spark again and allow you guys to actually enjoy yourselves. Like, go do some fun shit. Like, what'd you guys do, when you first got together and stuff to have, like, fun? That's what you go do. You go have some fun. Go blow some bubbles. Go, fucking, I don't know, whatever you find fun, that you and your partner find fun. Keep seeing this, like, weird, like, fucking shadow, like, over here. That's why I keep looking over them. Like, what the fuck is it? Anyway, all right. We're going to do feminine first. Okay. Ooh, we're doing feminine first. I already kind of know some of what feminine's working on, but... Letting go. I'm so fucking shocked that just came out. So shocked. Like, I literally cannot even contain my sarcasm on that one. Wow, that's a lot of cards for the feminine. Okay. We got Sacred Temple and a creative endeavor on the bottom. I'm telling you. I literally said a creative endeavor and the fucking card came out. So, Sacred Temple, creative endeavor. It feels like the feminine is coming into her passion. This feels like maybe like the feminine, because it kind of feels like a lot of the feminines were always putting other people ahead of themselves, whether it's emotionally, physically, in their life, whether it's a partner or, previous relationships or kids or family or whoever it is. And they're always putting other people ahead of them. And it's like they're starting to like develop this relationship with themselves where they're starting to love themselves. They're starting to choose themselves. They're starting to do things that are just good for them. And like that are typically seen as selfish in society, but are not actually selfish. They're self-love. And so they're coming into this energy where they're going to go on this path of like creativity, of things that they enjoy doing, that's going to open them up to their divine feminine energy, like their true divinity and coming into their power. We got letting go, kindred partnership, increase, professional assistance, ascended masters. That's a weird ass fucking group of cards. Hold on. So yeah, with the feminine, it feels like you guys are learning to let go of control. You're learning how to just trust in the divine messages you're getting. A lot of you guys are coming into intuitive messages and you're learning how to like trust them, and spirit is guiding you in this path. And they're saying like, stop resisting, like let go. It's going to help you actually open yourself up, and it's going to help you to feel physically and mentally better. Like the more you try to resist, the more you try to like, hold yourself back, the worse it's going to feel. You're just not going to feel in alignment with yourself. With kindred partnership, some of you guys, I love this. We got the rainbows and the kindred partnership, which is very much the same as the 10 of Raphael card. For some of you guys, you're going to have like a rekindling in relationships or new beginnings in soulmate energy. It feels like if this message is for you, hold on, I might have to sneeze. Hold on. I feel like I have to. If this message is for you, you already intuitively know this. This message is only for you if you've been getting spiritual guidance, you've been getting spiritual messages, or it's something that you intuitively know. This is not for people who want it to be true because they want it to be true, okay? This is for people who, and Spirit is asking me to like express that. This is for people who already know this. Like you already can feel the energy from this. Okay, we got increased professional assistance and ascended masters. Like I just said about the path for you guys, we got another path card. We got another path card. It definitely feels like this path of abundance. It feels like this path of passion, creativity, which is going to bring love and money in whatever capacity that, that is for you. Take it as it resonates. With the professional assistants and ascended masters, you guys are definitely getting messages from Spirit. 100% you're getting messages from Spirit. Spirit is guiding you. And like I said in the beginning, oh, I love it. It's 77. I just realized too. And we got 33, which is all about like mind, body, spirit. 77 is usually spiritual messages, psychic abilities, intuition, spiritual path, things like that. So the feminine is definitely getting spiritual guidance. It feels like she's working together, honestly, with the divine masculine that's helping her like learn things about herself and like just different things. Some of you guys definitely have a past life with this divine masculine. They're very like grounded and just very wise in teaching you things. But you have to open yourself up to receiving. And I love how we have a lotus in here too, because I said that in the beginning with the receptivity is being open to receiving. A lot of you guys are coming into this energy where you're clearing like the thoughts to come into this purity where you're releasing all of these things to help you get into your true authentic self and like the self that you were before all this conditioning and trauma. But it feels like you're actually lighting the way for the masculine and other people as you do this. The more you come into your power, the more you're lighting the way for other people. So I love that. Hold on, I definitely need some water. Ugh, some weird energy shifts right now. Okay, this is for the masculine. Holy shit, I was like, this energy feels strong, and then boom, the Lost card came out. Ooh, jeez. This one? Yeah, masculine's feeling some heavy energy. I can't. Masculines on the bottom got great achievement in letting go. And the vast universe. Wow. We got consciousness of lack on the bottom for the masculines who need to hear that. Okay. First off, masculines are being divinely guided like mofos. And it feels like they're actually doing pretty good of letting go. It feels like before they were really resisting the change. It feels like they're definitely like surrendering more to the divine path and trusting it a little bit more than they were in the past. But it feels like they're about to level up. Like there's something that they've been kind of holding themselves back or kind of been, they're almost showing me, excuse me, like this, like a black tunnel or like quicksand or something, just something where it's very like permanent feeling like stuck, like a permanent feeling of stuckness and like depression and sadness and some of them like addictions and things like that. And it's like, something is going to shift for them pretty fast and pretty dramatically, like out of nowhere. And they're just going to like level up, like out of nowhere. It's just like, they're going to just be like, this is not in alignment with me. This is not my truth. And anywhere like that they were feeling scared and feeling what like unsafe, whatever it is, they're just going to level up. Like I don't even know how it's going to happen. That's just what I'm getting from Spirit. So for the masculine, we got loss, friends and colleagues, playing it safe. Am I shocked that that card came out for the masculines? No. Taking steps, victim mentality, kindred partnership. The masculine energy kind of feels all over the place. It feels like Like they go into this energy of feeling lost. It definitely feels like they're ending relationships with friends and people that are not good for them. Some of them feel like they're in romantic relationships that are not healthy. Some of them feel like they have like family members they're keeping around that are not healthy friends. So take it as it resonates, and it feels like they're playing it safe. They're playing it safe because their comfort zone, and they feel too scared to like rock the boat. They feel too scared to kind of like step out of this and move forward. Their inner child definitely is like, let's just stay here a little bit longer. Let's just stay here a little bit longer. And it almost seems like they just keep telling themselves, like, let me just stay a little bit longer. Let me just stay a little bit longer. Let me just stay a little bit longer. But longer just keeps turning into longer and longer and longer without actually changing that or stepping forward. It feels like you're going to get a nudge from spirit. Like the masculines feel like they're going to get some type of intuitive nudge from spirit that's going to help them. But whatever this shift is that's going to be for the masculines, it's just going to come out of nowhere. And when they get into this energy, they're not going to be able to play it safe anymore because they're going to step up into their divine masculine energy. And when they're in their divine masculine energy, they're in their emperor energy. They're no longer going to be able to just do shit that's out of alignment. Like it's just, they will not be able to do it. Like you will feel the physical resistance. It's uncomfortable. You just don't want to fucking do it. Taking steps, victim mentality, kindred partnership. It feels like they take a few steps forward to what they want. Some of them, it feels like vulnerability. Like they'll take a few steps forward to vulnerability and then they get scared. So they kind of run backwards, but then they go into this mentality. And some of it is a victim mentality, but some of it's just this emotional state where they kind of keep to themselves. They keep their emotions internally. Like they don't want to share them. They kind of keep them. And this very much is like that outsider card where I said like, it's like self-restricted. And this is the same, like look at the ropes on his wrist, but it's not attached to anything. This is very much that same card. And it feels like for some reason, he feels like he's running out of time. The thoughts that I'm getting with this is he thinks he fucked something up. Like he did something that he feels like fucked a situation up and he's running out of time to fix it, but he feels at a loss of how to fix it or what to do. So it'll feel like he's kind of moving forward and going and being like vulnerable, but then he goes back to this energy and stuff like that. With this kindred partnership, it actually feels like a heavy energy. It feels like the masculine is wanting to take steps forward toward emotional vulnerability with either rekindling a relationship or in his current relationship or something like that. But he's terrified of getting his heart broken. It feels like the masculine, and they're showing me the King of Michael card with this. It's like he has these walls up, like he's this beautiful soul, but he has these walls up because he's scared of getting hurt. This definitely feels like a teenage energy attached to this. Like I get 15, but I'd say 14 to 16 where this really started. There was maybe a situation he was in that really kind of fucked his perception up. And then he kind of kept on putting himself in those type of situations. Definitely feels like some parent energy too with this. And he kept on putting himself in those situations. So what happened is he has a hard time with true vulnerability. And like that vulnerability I was talking about earlier, for me, it's like he might say like, oh, I'm vulnerable, I do this, this, and this, but it's not that true vulnerability where we're expressing our needs in a way of self-led, where we're expressing the things that are hard for us to express, where we're putting our walls down. Because it's really about putting your walls down and being vulnerable, even though even if you feel unsafe, even if you're scared. And they're saying it's also trusting the choices that you're making and realizing that maybe if you made choices where you're kind of keep sticking yourself in the same cycle, you just weren't ready to leave the cycle yet. Like that's okay too. Like that's okay. So it's honoring that. This situation, it's like spirit's like all has already been forgiven. What the fuck are you worrying about? So whatever the masculine is going through right now, spirit's like, what are you worrying about? Like it's all good. Like it's all gravy, baby. Like everything's fine. Like this is just like your ego worrying about shit. It feels like maybe they hurt somebody, maybe a relationship or something like that. And spirit's like, this is like in your head. This is in your head. Like, let it go. Like it's already been like squashed, I guess, with the other person or something. It's already been good. Okay, let's get some final angel messages. Oh my God, literally we have so many shifts. I'm so dizzy again. For people, I know somebody asked me about the shifts. Okay, so sometimes when we have shifts going on, I get really dizzy. My third eye starts going crazy. I just feel very disoriented or disconnected. Sometimes I'll have physical symptoms in my body more than that too. When I say a shift, usually what it means is we have energy coming in that's about to shift something. So if you start paying attention, sometimes you'll get really emotional afterward. You'll kind of be in the void or disconnected. You'll have a lot of epiphanies coming up. Sometimes it's also a shift where you're going to past energy to clear it, to see something different, or you're going to future energy, or you're kind of going back to present. It really just kind of depends. But all right, let's see what other angel messages we got. What do you guys have to say to us? Like that? Two more. Okay, we got get more information, ask your angels. We got success on the bottom, which we had another card that had the success underneath those. You know, I know it says get more information. I'm actually not getting that from Spirit at all. What I'm getting from Spirit is you guys already have the information. Like, we've already given it to you. Like, Spirit's already given it to you. You need to just start trusting yourself. You can ask for signs. Spirit will give you signs. Like, ask them for very specific signs of what you want. They've been really fucking funny with the shit lately. I stopped asking for signs for a while, and just the other day I was like, yeah, I need some fucking validation. And I asked for a very specific thing, and they gave it to me in a very specific way that I wasn't expecting, because in my mind I was thinking of it different. And I saw it, and I was like just scrolling, and I saw it, and I just started like fucking laughing. I'm like, you guys are funny as shit. And I said, can you show me either this or this? And the way I worded it, they gave it to me directly the way I worded it, which is not how I was expecting it. And then they gave me the other thing like right after it, and I was like, thank you guys. So yeah, they will. Just ask them if you're needing some validation. Just ask them and they'll give it to you. It's up to you. This is Spirit saying it is up to you to trust and have faith. We cannot do this for you. We can give you the signs, we can give you the messages, we can give you the guidance, but it is up to you to actually trust the messages you're getting. It is up to you to have faith in this and surrender, and it is up to you to move forward toward this. They cannot force you to move toward this. They will guide you and guide you and guide you. You know, shit might get uncomfortable if you're not moving toward it, but they can't force you to do it. So they're saying if you want it, you got to do it. I get some like fiery ass Aries energy, and that a message just came up that I got, and I forgot to say, I think I forgot to say earlier when we got the 2 full moon messages in the third eye, the consciousness and the, what was the feminine one? I can't remember. I'm like picturing it in my head. Intuition. I don't remember what the card actually said, but there is definitely something at the end of April with the full moon that's coming up that is going to, they're showing me the wheel card. It's almost like something's going to shift. It looks a little dark though. Like shadowy. So there might be like a shift in your shadow self or something, or it might feel really, first off, nothing to fear. It does not feel like anything bad at all. There might be a shift in something with your shadow self. They just keep showing me this shadow. I think we have an eclipse too. I'm not, yeah, they're saying, yeah. I'm not totally sure what it is, but right after that shadow, what I'm seeing is this very spring-like garden full of like colors and rainbows and flowers. So maybe there's going to be some type of shift that's going to transition stuff to push it forward. They're not giving me the direct message, but they reminded me what they gave me before. So yeah. Okay, we got be assertive and helpful people. This immediately when I saw this was like, take off your mask and shine your light, baby. You're a light worker. Start enjoying it. Start appreciating it. Start loving yourself for the beautiful light being that you are. Like, if you are one, you know you are one. And it definitely feels like a lot of you guys are getting spiritual guidance, or you're meeting people in your life that are guiding you forward and helping you. It feels like you're meeting other light workers at this time and people who are part of your soul tribe, where you're really supporting each other. You're really helping each other. There's honesty. There's just nothing but like love. There's nothing but respect. There's just, you know, honest conversations and just shit you're probably not used to, because you're so used to people who are maybe not, I shouldn't say you're so used to, but you might be used to people who are manipulative or use you or have bad intentions and things like that. And it's like you're coming into these soul connections and this group collaborative thing, which we got the other reading and we got in this reading too with the 2 of Gabriel. It's like you're coming into these energies and these people because you guys are going to be working together to help raise your vibration and help like heal yourself and help other people. It's like a big group effort. And it's funny because they're reminding me of this message. I want to say it was like a month or two ago, probably like maybe closer to 2 or 3 months ago, where they're saying some of you guys working with other people. And like, I remember them saying it very distinctly because I was like, oh shit, this message is for me. And I know when I open the bigger store, I'm going to have to hire people. And I'm like, now I'm like a lone wolf, even in, elementary, middle school, high school, college. Like when we had to do group projects, I was like, just give me the shit and I'll do it. I hate working with people, like with stuff. Like I'd rather do shit myself. And I was like, oh, fuck, this is a message for me. But Spirit has been preparing me for that. A lot of us are still in preparation mode. And Spirit's been preparing me for that. And actually, I'm excited about it, if I'm going to be honest. I'm actually excited about it. So a lot of you guys are kind of coming into that, and they've been kind of showing me it in an indirect way, not an indirect way, but like how it's not just somebody working for me. It's this group thing that is going to happen. That's some of you guys know about if you're a part of it. That's really exciting. So anyway, we got abundance if you believe. Notice how a lot of these are about faith, what you believe. It's up to you and all this stuff because as much as Spirit intervenes, as much as we have our path destined for us, there's choices that you are accountable to make. And there's things that it's up to you. So it's like, you can either choose to trust or not. You can, hold on. Getting so dizzy again. What I'm getting from Spirit more than anything is some shit's just destined and it's going to happen. Like whether you wanted to, let me rephrase that. It's not whether you wanted to or not, you wanted to, whether you're too scared of it or not. The way you go about it is I can be in resistance energy or it can be in trust and surrender energy. Resistance energy usually leads to feelings of depression, anxiety, sadness, fear, all this extra shit. Or feelings of trust, surrender, and acceptance leads to calmness, going with the flow more, feeling lighter and freer because you know that it's all going to work out. So it's really just your choice of how you're going to fucking handle it and what you're going to feel in the process. And some of us like to sit in the fear energy because that's what we're used to. We're used to the chaos. We're used to the fear and all this bullshit. You're working out of that, but it feels like something is definitely opening up. Something very rewarding is the specific word I'm getting from Spirit. Something very rewarding, enriching, and life-changing is specifically what I'm getting from Spirit. So I think this is definitely a good reading. I think it's definitely a good message. So I hope that this resonates. I hope it helped you guys, and I'm wishing you so much love and light.